and in purity. So I encourage each of us, as we celebrate the goodness of our God and his mercies that are new every morning, let us strive to live a life of dedicated, intentional consecration. And let's not just live this on our own, but let's encourage others to live, allowing our lives to be an example for them to follow, that God would get the glory out of what we say and do. May the grace shown by our Lord Jesus Christ be with us all, both now and always is my prayer. God bless you, and have a great Youth Month.
As long as I'm breathing, I've got a reason to praise the Lord, oh my soul. I've got to praise the Lord, oh my soul. I praise when I feel it, and I praise when I don't. Come on. I praise because I know you're still in control. Do you believe God is in control? Because praise is a weapon. It's more than a sound.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jimenita Swain and the Bahama Beauty. At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Hey everyone, it's Monday, October 20th, and you're watching What's Trending. I'm Jimenita Swain, and we've got the latest news. And yes, we're diving into the serious conversations that matter. So buckle up, get ready, and let's jump straight into What's Trending. Are you a creative, a musician, writer, designer, or Junkanoo artist? It's time to learn how to protect your passion. Today, we're diving into the world of intellectual property, discovering how copyright and trademark can safeguard your talent and turn your ideas into real value. Plus, it's World Statistics Day, but what do the numbers really reveal about life in the Bahamas? We're breaking down the latest housing and dwelling report from the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, digging into what the data says about our living conditions. Are homes overcrowded? Is rent sky high? And what do the trends mean for you? And still ahead, Blac Chyna and the Kardashians back in the headlines. Paris is in a panic after the Louvre Museum falls victim to a shocking burglary. And things are getting spicy online between Young Miami and Tyler. The Bahama Beauty is breaking down all the digital drama. All that and more on What's Trending, so stay locked in.
Following the Caribbean Journal Awards for 2025, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, celebrated the awards as a way to highlight what tourism truly means to the Bahamas.
So firstly, this has been a great partnership with the Caribbean Journal. We appreciate their reach and the fact they themselves acknowledge the significance of tourism to the Bahamas. These sustainability awards speak very clearly to the fact that we in the Bahamas are not just interested in creating big numbers now, but we are interested in sustaining those numbers over the long haul. And therefore, it's important that we do it the right way. It's also important that we continue to do it big, because it is the staple of our economy. And therefore, we congratulate the nominees, we congratulate the winners. We thank them for their contribution to tourism in the Bahamas, and we look forward to working more closely with them. Last year, we won the Caribbean Journal's Destination of the Year, Best Destination, and that truly spoke to the reputation that the Bahamas has built over decades as a regional leader. And the response to this particular award ceremony is important 50,000 is a good number. That number is growing, and it shows engagement. It shows the acknowledgement that Bahamians know and feel the impact of tourism, and we thank them for participating. We thank them for acknowledging the significance of tourism and the importance of the key players in the industry.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Welcome back to What's Trending. Today we're talking about something every creative needs to know: how to protect your ideas and profit from your talent. Joining us is Bodine Johnson, Vice Chairman of the Creative Industry Tourism Council, to share details on an upcoming seminar helping creatives safeguard and monetize their work. Bodine, welcome to What's Trending.
Thanks for having me, Jam.
It's great to have you here with us today.
It's a pleasure.
So what exactly is the orange economy, and why is intellectual property so central to it?
So the orange economy encompasses creatives, people that are in the visual arts, performing arts, those that are architects, engineers, etc., performers, choreographers of all types. And the reason why intellectual property rights and the knowledge of it is important is because this is how we empower our economic advantages. Every country, every nation, every culture has people that create. And so we would like to encourage people to own in name, own in trademarking, own in patents, own in copyright what they create.
And just for those that are unfamiliar with the basic difference between copyright, trademark, and patent, just give us a quick idea.
Okay, so a copyright is really and truly the right to what you have created. A patent is a legal document that says that you have created something that is innovative and you should be credited for that. And a trademark deals with branding. It is what people see, what people experience, and what they associate with you. And so the intellectual property seminar for the orange economy that takes place this Saturday, October 25th, it not only gives you access to intellectual rights attorneys, but persons that specialize in breaking down this information into terms that you can understand. So it is literally the first step to being able to appreciate and empower yourself as a creative.
So who will some of the presenters be?
We have Erica Popel Ferreira. She is an IP agent and attorney at law at Ferreira & Co. We have Roger Outen, IP attorney at Outen IP. That's the name of her company. We also have none other than Obi Pinling, who is an attorney at law, but he's also a visage. So he is a creative, as well as somebody that is experienced in trademarking, licensing, but also his topic is specifically about what to include in your contracts. A lot of creatives come across contracts over the course of their careers, and some have words like in perpetuity, which means forever and ever, amen. Some have licenses and leases, depending on what it is that they're creating, which dictate the term that somebody can use and the reason why somebody can use something that you can create. We also have Darius Karek of the International Trade Center, and accompanying him will be Angelique McKay, who is the head of department of the Orange Economy Unit of the Ministry of Economic Affairs. All of these contributors, all of these panelists, all of these presenters are giving creatives everything that they need to get started. And then in later seminars, we are going to be discussing specifics for visual artists, specifics for writers, specifics for architects and engineers, specifics for Junkanoo, artisans of all types, specifics for choreographers. This is the basic.
Let me get you started as to say, why is it important for Bahamian creatives to secure their intellectual property even before they go public with their work?
Absolutely. And that is another thing, because once it is in the world, sometimes it's difficult to determine who the originator of something is. And the originator is not always the person that is credited or the person that is able to live economically based on that. So we're going to be discussing moral rights, which is the right to have your name on something, even if you sell your copyright or your patent or your trademark to somebody else. And we're going to be talking about economic rights, which is your right to be able to generate income. And so what the Tourism Development Corporation and the Creative Industry Tourism Council, who are the presenters of this IP seminar, are doing is ensuring that we do our due diligence for the persons that are looking to take their creative industries internationally.
And this is from 15 to 60 plus.
15 to 60 plus, because the children are creating things as well. So we want to see Reggie them get their money for their dance choreography because they have created something. And we want to say that just for everyone to know, every child at every age, if they create something, as long as they record it to a cell phone, they record it by writing, and it's used, especially for economic gain, they have a copyright.
So do you think that the Bahamas has strong enough laws in place to protect creatives, or is there still work needed to be done?
I think that with the work of the Bahamas Intellectual Property Office and the treaties that they signed, I think it was in March of this year, we're headed in the right direction. I think in addition to legislation, there needs to be enforcement. And those are some of the questions, some of the persons that are asking in our forums, and they're going to form the basis on our pillar, one of our pillars, which is legislation, to advocate on behalf of creatives to have the answers that they need in a way that they can understand, that is accessible to people of all ages.
Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much, Bodine, for joining us here today. It sounds like a lot of interesting information is going to come out in that seminar that's coming up, Intellectual Property for the Orange Economy Seminar. Again, 15 to 60 plus, copyright, trademarks, and so much more to be discussed. So again, thank you for joining us and letting people know what they need to know to get prepared and to get their coins, right?
Please, and it's free.
That is important. Well, behind every number is a story. This World Statistics Day, we uncover the ones that matter the most right here at home. Stay with us.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
Got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy on noon. Signature hot wings. What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken. Ghost pepper wings.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Diet-friendly special.
For every shape-up, after-school activity, unplanned home repair, and other day-to-day spending, there's SandDollar. SandDollar is a convenient way to send and receive money instantly. SandDollar is easy to use. It's safe and secure. Just like physical cash, SandDollar is issued by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. And best of all, there are no fees for individuals to send or receive funds. Download a SandDollar-enabled digital wallet and enjoy the benefits of the digital Bahamian dollar. Spend it locally. Transfer it to and from a local bank account or convert it to and from physical cash. Learn more at www.sanddollar.vs.
It's World Statistics Day, and we're digging into the data that shapes how we live. Joining us from the Bahamas National Statistical Institute are Dr. Jamiko Delaveau and Kim Sanders, here to break down the new housing and dwelling report, revealing what the numbers say about our homes, rent, and living conditions. Because behind every statistic is the real story of life in the Bahamas. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to have you here with us. So let's start with you, Dr. Delaveau. What is World Statistics Day all about, and why is it important for everyday citizens, not just researchers or policymakers?
Thank you. I think the importance of World Statistics Day is the celebration of statistics. For instance, why is statistics so important for everyday Bahamians? I think a couple months ago, there was a report by the Ministry of Health looking at mental health and youth, and we see that how statistics can help shine light on important trends and issues within our country to help create policy within our country.
And so then what role does the Bahamas National Statistical Institute play in the country's development?
In terms of the country's development, I think the Bahamas National Statistical Institute is one of those organizations that is going to be at the forefront of delivering timely data. It's also going to be producing reliable data and also being transparent with the general public in the data that's being captured for our country.
And obviously with that data, how does good data actually shape national decisions in terms of whether it's education, healthcare, or the economy?
I think that good data, I had a college professor one time tell me that good data equals good policy. Bad data equals garbage. So if you're able to have good data, you're going to be able to have the utilization of all the resources within our country. As you know, we have limited resources, but how do we maximize those resources? It can also help us to measure where and pinpoint exactly where we need to target programs and interventions to help our communities. And it can also help nonprofit organizations better ascertain where do they fit into the larger area, and being able to target where and the interventions that they have in the programs and which communities can most benefit from them.
Makes a lot of sense. So now, Kim, you served as the Chief Consensus Officer for the 2022 Census on Population and Housing. So let's talk a little bit about the latest housing and dwelling report. What are some of the key findings that stood out to you?
The 2022 census, some of the key findings include internet access. We looked at persons aged 3 years and over and their access to the internet. The data revealed that in 2010, the percentage of those persons accessing the internet was like 62% compared to 92% in 2022.
So that's a big jump.
And of course, yes, it's a big jump. And of course, the younger persons had the largest access rate.
Okay.
Another key finding was dwellings in terms of tenure, and that is the legal right by which householders own their dwelling. We saw an increase in those fully owned homes, homes with no legal claim against it, homes owned via mortgage. That category experienced a decrease, but rent remained the second highest type of dwelling tenure.
Yeah, because you kind of got to where I was going to get to when I was going to ask you about what was surprising to you. So for me, when I was going through it, I thought the household income was also interesting, if you want to touch a little bit on that, since you talked about the ownership aspect of it. So if you want to talk a little bit about the income aspect and anything else, because I know you looked at a number of different areas in the overall survey.
Okay, so looking at total annual household income, there was a decrease in the number of households earning between $0 to $10,000, but we saw an increase in those households whose total annual income was $100,000 plus. But about 25% or so of the households earn between $20,000 to $40,000.
So what would you say accounted for those changes?
Pardon me?
What would you say accounted for those changes that you saw?
Now, the census did not really explore the specific reasons as to why. Yeah, we think that probably can be future surveys and researches.
Makes a lot of sense. So are we seeing improvements in housing conditions, or are there areas of concern like overcrowding or affordability?
Now, we've seen lots of improvement. For instance, we looked at basic services or access to sanitation and other services in terms of utilities. And so one of the main things we saw was toilet facility. We have over 97% of the private dwellings reporting the use of flush toilets. And that's a remarkable improvement when we compare to, let's say, 1980 or so, when pit latrines or outside toilets accounted for like 28%. So we're seeing a very high rise in that. As it relates to overcrowding, this 2022 census also analyzed overcrowding. And so we used the United Nations definition in terms of 3 or more persons per room would constitute overcrowding.
Okay.
The 2020 census revealed that the percentage of overcrowding in the Bahamas was 1.4%, down from 2.4% in 2010.
So definitely some good news there. So how often is this housing data collected, and how can the public access or use this information?
The household or the census, because the household survey or the household census is a part of the 2022 census. That's conducted every 10 years. We did it in 2010. We had planned for 2020, but of course, we know Hurricane Dorian and the pandemic pushed it up to 2022. And we're geared up for the next census in 2030.
Okay. So Dr. Delaveau, back to you. What's one thing you wish more people understood about the importance of statistical data?
I think, especially in this country, I think that they all play a role in this collection of data that we are able to use in making statistical analysis. So for instance, when you look at the census, the household expenditure survey, and the labor force survey, it's really dependent on individuals welcoming us into their homes and answering those questions accurately. From there, we're able to do statistical analysis and to be able to really find out about the impact that Bahamians are having and what is impacting their lives.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Dr. Jamiko Delaveau, Kim Sanders, both from the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, for joining us here on What's Trending today on this World Statistics Day. We remember that every number tells a story about how we live, work, and grow. So thank you again so much for joining us today.
Thank you again for having us.
Well, coming up, love may be getting a second season. The Louvre gets hit by a real-life heist, and Young Miami is trading verses and shade with Tyler. You don't want to miss this week's What's the Buzz, coming up after the break.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Bang ding, ding ding bang, ding bang ding, ding ding bang, bang bang bang, ding bang ding, ding bang ding, ding ding bang, bang bang bang, ding bang ding, ding bang ding, ding ding bang, ding bang ding, ding ding bang.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything.
Like wearing a Balloon Man costume?
Or turning into a tuba?
No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesar.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza.
From rekindled romances to a Paris art heist and a little musical mayhem, the Bahama Beauty is about to have us digging into this week's hot scoop.
I'm the Bahama Beauty, and here's What's the Buzz for this week. A beef that crosses borders. Florida rapper Young Miami and South African pop star Tyler found themselves entangled in some creative differences. At issue, Tyler's latest song, Chanel, which Young Miami claims the singer ran off with. In a thread of posts on X, Young Miami wrote, "This girl really ran off with my song. I played this song for this girl. I'm confused." She claims that Tyler heard her version, then recreated the song to her style. Tyler has yet to respond to Miami's claims, so for now, this disagreement is more so just tweets and tension instead of a full-on feud. Blac Chyna seems to be hitting the reboot button, not just with her lifestyle, but with her ex, Kardashian boo too. Blac Chyna has dropped some subtle and not so subtle hints that she and Rob Kardashian might be heading into second time around territory, tagging him in an Instagram post saying, "This love is forever." At the Los Angeles Women's Expo, she referred to Rob as her person and gushed about his sense of humor and told reporters they're in a phase of healing and going with the flow. Translation, maybe we're back, maybe we're just friendly co-parents, we'll see. For those who weren't there for the drama, their history has been rocky. They share a daughter, Dream, now 8, and back in 2017, Chyna sued the Kardashian-Jenners for allegedly harming her career and image. What's the vibe now? Chyna says she'd prefer to have more children with Rob than with her other ex, rapper Tyga, suggesting she sees Rob as more than just a baby daddy co-parent. Whether it's back together or just better than before, one thing's for sure, the tagging has begun, the memory lane has opened, and we're all watching with popcorn in hand. If you thought Ocean's 11 was just a movie, think again, because it looks like someone's trying to bring it out in real life. The Louvre, a national art museum in Paris, France, got hit in broad daylight like a scene from Lupin. I bet the museums of the world are checking their locks tonight. In one of the most audacious museum robberies in recent memory, thieves executed a high-speed heist, reportedly stealing 8 priceless jewels from the crown jewels display. The robbers arrived disguised as workers in yellow and orange vests, used a furniture lift to access a second-floor balcony, cut through the glass, grabbed the items, and fled, all in under 7 minutes. Among the items were a diamond and emerald crown and a necklace previously owned by Napoleon's second wife, Marie-Louise. The French government called it an attack on heritage. Museum staff have already begun investigating security weak points, and the Louvre remained closed the following day. No suspects have yet been taken into custody.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a Dave single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300. A comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
Diet-friendly special.
On Tuesday's Style for Strength, we're shifting the focus inward, preparing your mind for the journey. Our guest psychologist shares how to build resilience, balance, and the mindset to match your power. And that's a wrap for What's Trending. Follow us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS for show clips and behind-the-scenes moments. See you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for more lifestyle, entertainment, and so much more. See you later.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at stories making news tonight. The decision to dialogue over demonstrate proved beneficial, according to Bekawu Area Vice. Also, GB Chamber President echoes concerns over skill gaps within the workforce. And students in Bimini honor their elected official.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
I'm going to say yes, 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 and yes. The meeting went almost as well as I expected it to go. In fact, maybe a little better.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, last week's action, or union action rather, did not deter the Prime Minister from pressing ahead with meetings with other bargaining agents to have their matters heard and addressed. Among them, the Bahamas Educators, Counselors and Allied Workers Union, one of several groups that met with the nation's leader in the capital. While their decision not to join other unions in protests sparked some backlash, Area Vice President says it was a decision rooted in reason and one that led to productive dialogue and tangible outcomes.
I'm going to say yes, 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 and yes. The meeting went almost as well as I expected it to go. In fact, maybe a little better.
Calmer heads prevailed, says Michelle Outen, Area Vice President for Bahamas Educators, Counselors and Allied Workers Union, explaining that the union's discussions with the Prime Minister focused on the salary review exercise and other long-standing issues affecting teachers. One such issue, rental assistance for educators posted to other islands. Outen notes that many teachers were receiving only about $700 to cover rent and living expenses, despite rental rates ranging between $1,000 and $1,500 monthly.
We had one member paying $900 a month out of pocket. Is do I buy food or do I pay my rent, pay my electricity bill? And you got to pay your rent. And if the government sends you to a home, an island away from your home, you got to pay for that.
According to Outen, after dialogue with the Prime Minister, that matter was addressed immediately, bringing long-awaited relief to affected members.
Right then and there, he agreed It's in black and white. No need to argue. He told the PS of Finance to go ahead and make sure that the teachers were paid properly for their rental assistance.
She adds that the union also gained a clearer understanding of the ongoing salary review and how members stand to benefit, noting that their calls for salary adjustments were met without resistance.
He totally agreed. There was no dispute in that whatsoever.
Despite that success, Outen admits the union did face some criticism from others within the labor movement for choosing dialogue over demonstration. Still, she maintains that if given another opportunity, Becca Wu would make the same decision again.
In January, when the CBTUC took a stand, that was nurses, doctors, teachers, air traffic controllers. The other unions and congresses didn't stand in solidarity. So why all the backlash now? And the bottom line, I believe, is that we're entering into a heightened political season and people are getting caught up in emotions, and Becca Wu will not be caught up in that emotion.
In other news, the Grand Bahama Chamber president is raising concern over a serious skills gap on the island, saying it's making it harder for businesses to find qualified workers. As Raven Davis reports, free training is available, but not enough people are taking part.
As a serious skills crisis on the island. He says many workers are struggling with even the most basic job skills, essentially hindering the growth of local businesses and industries.
If you talk to the business community, and they're spending a lot of effort trying to get productivity out of the staff that they have, trying to just meet what I would consider to be the basic minimums of employment.
Speaking on the issue, Knowles says there's a shortage of skills across nearly every sector of the labor force, with technical skills in especially short supply. His remarks echo those of the government, which recently pointed to a national mismatch between skills and employability while addressing the 2025 first quarter figures.
For example, I know that there are two major capital improvement projects going on Grand Bahama at the moment in the maritime industry, and they are very concerned about their ability to source local talent that is going to meet their requirements.
In response, the Chamber has partnered with agencies like the National Training Agency to offer free skills training, but Knowles says uptake in these types of programs have been disappointing.
We in Grand Bahama tend not to engage even in the things that are free. In the Chamber, during June, we had 5 sessions open to the public where we provided information from various agencies of the government. Those were very poorly attended.
Still, he says the island's economic potential is strong, highlighting Grand Bahama as one of the most diverse economies in the country. But the issue, he says, is that locals are often waiting for outside solutions instead of investing in what's already here.
We all have to do things to improve and then market the products that we have.
Knowles says the Chamber will keep doing its part, but it can't do it alone. He believes it's time for Grand Bahamians to step up, build their skills, and take full advantage of what's already being offered. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Bahamas Power and Light is confirming that one of its employees is recovering after an industrial accident in Abaco over the weekend. According to the company, the mill employee was injured shortly after 11 a.m. on Saturday while conducting maintenance work on an underground cable near the regattas of Abaco Resort in Marsh Harbor. Regional Manager for the Northern Family Island Division, Marvin Green, says preliminary investigations suggest the worker sustained an electrical shock while assisting in power restoration and efforts in the area. The injured employee was airlifted to New Providence, where officials say he remains in stable condition and under medical observation. BPL says its safety protocols are being reviewed as investigations continue into the cause of the accident. As the nation pauses to recognize the men and women who continue to shape our communities, this National Heroes Day, students in Bimini paid special tribute to one of their own, Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Kingsley Smith Jr. Smith was honored for his leadership and service and also inspired students to stay focused, disciplined, and committed to their goals. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has more on this report.
A lively atmosphere filled the grounds of Bimini Primary School as Principal Navita Mills opened the program, reminding students of the importance of knowing the men and women who have played a valuable role in shaping Bimini's growth. Among those honored were MP Kingsley Smith, Ansel Saunders, and Leonard Brave Stewart.
We decided that we are going to highlight some persons from this beautiful island of Bimini today. And so these are persons that I feel are important that you know about.
Leading the list of remarks, Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini Kingsley Smith reflected on the true definition of a hero.
There are people who saw that education was the key to a better future.
Students were thrilled to meet MP Smith in person, who shared small tokens of appreciation as a gesture of love and encouragement. Smith also made stops at Louise McDonald High School and Gateway Christian Academy, where he not only encouraged students to strive for excellence, but also made a donation in support of the school's ongoing efforts. At Louise McDonald High School, Principal Dominic Sweeting said the day's gathering represented more than the start of another term. It was a reaffirmation of their shared commitment to excellence.
Your continued support strengthens our school's mission and inspires our students to aim higher.
In his address, MP Smith urged these high schoolers to take their education seriously and stay focused, even if it means separating themselves from those who aren't on the same path.
The world outside these walls is competitive. It rewards those who are prepared. It rewards those who have knowledge, who can think critically, who can solve problems.
The day ended with smiles and inspiration as the Marlins and Stingrays proudly celebrated National Heroes Day, honoring those who continue to shape their island's legacy.
And still to come.
The island's brightest young achievers celebrated by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. Stay tuned. That story, sports, and more when we come back.
The prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Fall just dropped and so did the prices at Bad and Bougie Trends. Visit them at number 10 Churchill Building and Unit for their jaw-dropping 50 to 75% off fall sale. Bad and Bougie Trends for stunning men and ladies designer outfits to must-have sneakers for the baddies and the booties.
Sting Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, and you're invited to the greatest show ever. Counting down the years, performing hit song after hit songs. BVS, Colin McDonald, KB, Dyson Knight, and D-Mac. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Tickets can be purchased online at www.bahamasettickets.com for your skybox or to be a food vendor. Call 424-6433, 477-0191. Sponsored by ZNS, Island Luck TV, The Farm, Gatorade Today & Co. Limited, Krista Minute, and Associates.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization, so if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture celebrating the island's brightest young achievers. More than 140 students were recognized at the Grand Bahama Youth Award ceremony held at Jubilee Cathedral for their outstanding contributions in sports, religion, academics, and leadership.
Also winning top honors in categories such as entrepreneurship, religion, and the arts. Head of the Division of Youth, Sandina Neely, emphasizing the importance of recognizing and appreciating the achievements of Grand Bahamian youth.
Our theme for this month, this National Youth Month, is Youth Voices Unlocked. And what better way to unlock the voices of the young people on Grand Bahama than displaying their talent and their brilliance and having a wonderful evening where we're able to celebrate them and to honor them. So the selection process starts from August and September when the nomination forms are to be completed. And once those nominations are completed, the nominees are asked to provide more information because quality of evidence and criteria is extremely important. And then we have an independent selection committee that makes the final determination on the nominees who move forward and then ultimately the winner.
Presenters Marcus Cooper and Dudley Sade expressing events like these play a vital role in inspiring and motivating the youth of tomorrow.
I think we need to do this more than once a year, but everybody enjoyed it.
Tonight was an opportunity to show Grand Bahama and the nation that all is not lost, particularly among our young people.
And for the young nominees and category winners, it was a moment of pride and gratitude as they celebrated their achievements and the honor of being recognized.
I'm just so happy to be recognized for the work that we are doing and still doing in the community of Grand Bahama.
Really grateful for the opportunity to be recognized, and I feel very happy for the people who also got honored with me. I believe that the future in Grand Bahama is bright, and now we will take this nation to the next level.
This means a lot because I have a voice and I choose to impact it to be a good role model to the youths of Grand Bahama.
These winners are now part of the National Youth Award pool, and on October 29th in New Providence, we will find out who takes home the top prize across the country. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
Excellent. Congratulations to the youths. Well, in 2026, 8 Mile Rock High School will be celebrating its 175th year anniversary, featuring numerous events to commemorate the institution's storied history. Chairman of the school's board and class of 2002, Sherelle Lockhart, notes how important it is for former and current students alongside the 8 Mile Rock community to honor the long-standing institution.
We are so fortunate to have had an institution around for 175 years, helping to cultivate the minds of our leaders today to be the leaders that we need tomorrow. And so I'm so excited about this. And in the planning stage, the school board, along with the PTA, along with all the alumni classes, are galvanizing its support with Mr. Mortimer in order to ensure that we do put on the best, the most spectacular anniversary celebrations into our 175th anniversary, which is again next year, 2026.
Lockhart also outlining some of the events the school will be hosting in recognition of the milestone, including a Blue Jay ball.
Also hoping to have other activities to highlight the history of 8 Mile Rock High School. At the school, particularly in the gym, we have the support of Principal Albert Jones and, of course, the 8 Mile Rock community, the PTA board, and, of course, the school board. And so we're looking for corporate Grand Bahama to come together to help us as we put on these activities to celebrate our semi-sepcentennial.
All right, it's now time for your Health is Wealth Monday tip.
And for teens, this can be a time of exploration and discovery, but also very confusing. The most important thing is creating a safe, supportive environment where teens feel respected and free from judgment. Parents, educators, and peers should listen without assumptions and offer acceptance for teens. Know that you're not alone. There are supportive communities and resources to help you navigate your feelings. If you're struggling or confused, talking to a trusted adult or a mental health professional can be incredibly helpful. Your orientation is just one part of you, and it's valid, no matter where you are in your journey. Respecting yourself and others goes a long way in supporting emotional and mental well-being. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and remember, your greatest wealth is your health.
To look at stories making news, Jay, what's happening in sports?
Well, a team from Grand Bahama went into the nation's capital on the weekend to play in a flag football tournament. We'll tell you just how they did in sports, Rico.
All right, stay tuned. That's coming your way next. But first, a check on the local weather forecast.
Is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Here at Island Bed, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Psst. Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Coq de termites former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody does it better.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect,
poured to endure. From ready mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. First in sports, Three Links Bad Boys flag football team went to New Providence on the weekend and dominated the 4th annual Heroes Flag Football Tournament. Three Links went undefeated with a perfect 4-0 record, allowing just 6 points throughout the entire tournament, en route to winning the championship.
We played against a Freeport team in semifinals, the Titans, and we played against a Nassau team for championship, the Predators, which everybody knows are our arch enemies.
Certain teams we play now, it gets physical, but we just remain focused. I was really proud of our team, proud of our guys, and adversity, we just went through it.
We had some good competitions. We played the national champs in the Predators. I thought the game would have been closer, but we beat the brakes off them. We beat them 25-0.
The team played with heavy hearts as they dedicated this one to one of their fallen teammates, Mateo King, who tragically passed away just 2 months ago.
When we went to Nassau, we had one common goal, and that was to win in the name of our teammate, Teo.
The focus into Nassau that we ain't going to lose. We're going to do this for our boy. We know he wanted to be in there. Fortunately, he couldn't make it, but we do it. We made him proud, and I know we made him proud.
And finally, in sports scores from championship action of the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball League in co-ed play, Pat's uniform defeated Cooper's Destroyers 19-2. The winning pitcher was Michael Sweeting. That series is now tied at 1 game apiece. Now in corporate play, the Royal Bahamas Police Force defeated Customs Heavy Hitters 13-11. The police now leads that series 2-0. And in all-men play, Pat's uniform defeated CLA Hitters 21-6. The winning pitcher again was Michael Sweeting. He went 4 for 4 from the plate with a solo shot home run in the 3rd inning. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Get ready. This is yours truly, Pastor LaQuez Williams, inviting you to a live concert at Jubilee Cathedral this November 16th at 6 p.m. Live in concert with Peter Key, How I Cross Over, and Bishop Simeon Outen, and many others. You don't want to miss it. We will also have special appearance by Sunland Baptist Academy students. Part proceeds goes to Sunland Baptist Academy renovation. You don't want to miss this amazing concert.
Save More Drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
In the Bahamas, we're connected by more than just our islands. Now we're connected by Sand Dollar. It moves with you across many digital wallets. It doesn't matter if you use Bank of the Bahamas, Cash and Go, Island Pay, Canoe, Mobile Assist, Money Max, Suncash, or Omni. Sand Dollar, one currency and many wallets. It's inclusive, convenient, secure, and uniquely Bahamian. Embrace the future. Available for everyone on all Bahamian digital wallet apps.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Ramiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, friendships between nations as the Bahamas marks its golden jubilee of diplomatic relations. Plus, another man loses his life to gun violence here in the capital. Hear the circumstances surrounding his death and where authorities are with their investigations. And the country's military looks to up its presence with a cross-country recruitment early 2026. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. We begin tonight with news from the labor scene. A meetup this morning between the Prime Minister and leaders of the two unions representing BTC with hopes that their concerns will be addressed. And apparently defiant Bahamas Communications Managers Union President Kendrick Knoll says he and his members will no longer be quiet about BTC's alleged mistreatment of their 59 members. He appears confident the Prime Minister will address their concerns.
Meeting today with the Prime Minister was very enlightening and motivating. The Prime Minister brought a significant amount of ease to us in hearing our situation, but more importantly, being able to give us an indication that he understands and he feels what's been going on there. There was some things we mentioned that he was kind of familiar with. There were some details he wasn't familiar with, and we were very encouraged. He kind of even motivated us. He's definitely a pro-union Prime Minister, and we really appreciate what he shared with us today.
Now, on the other hand, Sherry Benjamin, president of the Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union, also emerged from the meeting with the Prime Minister pleased. She says she too told the Prime Minister her 350 members are afraid to speak up for fear of victimization. The BCPOU once had 2,000 members. Today, most BTC employees are contractual.
I'm very encouraged by the meeting today. A lot of the stuff that we laid on the table today, we felt we should have done so, or so we felt that person should have been listening to us a long time, because these aren't new cries. But now we're happy that the Prime Minister is listening, the leader of the country is listening, and we encourage that something positive is going to come out of all of this.
On another news this evening, members of the media, no stranger to frontline politics, and the run-up to the next general election has proven no different. Two media execs here in the capital seeking nominations for the 2026 showdown, one of them already getting the nod to run on his party's ticket. Speaking on the sidelines of this morning's opening ceremony of Diplomatic Week, a veteran journalist turned diplomat weighed in on the issue and what this all means for the future of the political landscape.
O.B. Wiltshire was a media man. Fred Mitchell came out of media. All over the United States, most of the diplomats that I'm working with in Washington, D.C. have been in media.
A veteran journalist himself, Bahamas ambassador to the United States, His Excellency Wendell Jones, is of the view that seasoned media personnel offering themselves for public office will open up an even bigger doors for younger journalists seeking a similar path.
Some of the best politicians in the world have been media people. And perhaps one of these days, one of you people would be an ambassador or be a member of parliament, because media people, they should have a well-rounded knowledge about local matters, about international matters, and are best able to speak to the current issues of the day.
While this all bodes well for service to country, Ambassador Jones says there are some rules and guidelines political aspirants entering politics should adhere to.
You cannot be serving as an executive in a media company and immediately jump into politics. I believe that a resignation at the appropriate time is necessary, and then you get involved.
Ambassador Jones offered this advice to media personnel putting their hat in the ring to contest the upcoming general election.
There are a whole lot of people who are getting involved in politics in the Bahamas who are ill-prepared. And I believe that media people, having regard to the fact that they've been covering all of the hot-button issues over the many years, they should be well positioned. Just look at the Governor General, the former Governor General, Sir Arthur Folks, who was an editor of the Tribune and then became editor of the Bahamian Times, then served as Minister of Tourism.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Well, we also asked Ambassador Jones about Bahamians traveling to the United States since Donald Trump was re-elected president nearly a year ago. He says while they've been critical of the way they've been treated when applying for a U.S. visa, this hasn't translated into a significant drop in the number of Bahamians heading to America, be it for business, leisure, or education.
Bahamians really do not need visas to travel. They can travel on a police record. But the vast majority of Bahamians going to Miami or Fort Lauderdale, they want a visa. So the bottom line is that we still have a constant flow of Bahamians traveling all over the United States.
Ambassador Jones, just one of nearly 100 foreign diplomats meeting here in the capital for Diplomatic Week. This year's focus, delivering security, opportunity, and justice through diplomacy. A reception is being held at this hour at the Bahama Resort. Corval Pyfram takes it from here.
Makushla, perhaps realizing that it's been a long day for these delegates, and also because he himself has a very tight schedule, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, kept his comments here at the welcome reception at the Bahama Convention for this year's Diplomatic Week quite short. And these delegates are here tonight. You know, they've got their sleeves rolled up. They're ready to loosen up a bit and have a good time. But like I said, this is coming at the end of what has been a very long day. Our LaDawn Davis shows us today's opening ceremony.
The Bahamas government is said to be committed to a strategic foreign policy reflecting the complexity of our times and one that is competitive in the global arena. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis reaffirmed to delegates attending Diplomatic Week that diplomacy here in the Bahamas still works and a reasonable dialogue can still settle disputes. The Prime Minister added that diplomacy is the foundation of a country's survival and its impact is vast.
We are a small island nation, but we live within a global system that moves with great speed. The tides that reach our shores carry the effects of global decisions made far beyond these islands. When energy markets fluctuate, it changes the cost of electricity that powers our homes, our schools, and our hotels.
According to the Prime Minister, it was 50 years ago when the Bahamas began its diplomatic relations with the European Union and Japan. But after that, he says the Bahamas was relatively young and untested in its global affairs. He later thanked both countries for their strong partnership.
I'm honored to welcome over a dozen ambassadors representing European Union member states and His Excellency Yasuhiro Atsumi of Japan. Your presence affirms the value of long-term commitment. It tells a story about how the world changes, yet trust can endure. These relationships were not built in moments of ease alone. They were built through changing governments, shifting economies, and evolving global realities.
Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, shed some light on his ministry's foreign policy goals.
We believe in safe and lawful migration for our own citizens and for all people in the world. We make a special plea at this time for Haiti and its security and governance. Our trade relations are good, with the vast majority of the 11 million people who visit this country of 400,000 every year reporting a positive experience.
Day 3 of Diplomatic Week will continue with sessions on trade diversification, artificial intelligence, and the 50th anniversary reception right here at the Bahama Resort on Tuesday. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
LaDawn, thank you very much. Because here's a man we once knew as the Marathon Man. Now he's ambassador at large and also the chairman of this Diplomatic Week, the previous Diplomatic Week, and the one before that. He's done such a good job, so they keep having him back. Ambassador Ron Pinder. Ambassador, talk to me about the significance of Diplomatic Week.
Well, Diplomatic Week is the largest event that is organized, planned, and hosted by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And this is when we recall all of our ambassadors, heads of missions, and envoys who are posted abroad, as well as our non-resident ambassadors locally. We recall them, invite them for high-level meetings and talks with all of the foreign ambassadors who are credentialed in the Bahamas or credentialed to the Bahamas. They can be resident here, resident in Cuba, resident in Jamaica, at the UN in New York, Washington, D.C., or even Panama. And this year, we have had the largest turnout of foreign envoys and ambassadors. Some 95 foreign ambassadors, envoys, and honorary consuls are here in the Bahamas. For the
noteworthy themes this year. What are you going to address this year?
Well, there are a number of things we're addressing this year. We're delivering security. We're talking about issues of security. We're talking about issues of climate change. We're talking about issues of education, social issues, and of course we're talking about gender equality and women in diplomacy, etc. So there is a multitude of issues we're talking about this week.
All right, Ambassador Pinder, thank you very much for joining us here tonight. So the Diplomatic Week will run all week until Friday of this week. More than 100 delegates in country for this event.
We have more than 500 delegates.
More than 500 delegates here. So there are a lot of people here. Not so many here tonight, but the night's still young. Yeah. Reporting live from the Bahama Convention Center, I'm Corvell Pipe, and back to you, Makushra.
Well, thanks, Corvell. Now, in related news this evening, the Caribbean's third largest country is still in crisis, with international news indicating that what began as gang violence has escalated into a nationwide struggle for power over in Haiti. Bahamas Chargé d'Affaires to Haiti, Commander Julian Smith, gives us some insight into how our team of officers have been coping there. Haiti's upheaval, not the only issue concerning CARICOM leaders. CARICOM Chairman, Jamaican Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, this weekend reaffirmed his support for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of countries in the region and the safety and livelihoods of its people. The high-level discussions surfaced after 2 Trinidad and Tobago citizens were among 6 victims of a U.S. strike that destroyed a boat off the coast of Venezuela last Tuesday. Now, while the government is also monitoring these events, here's National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro's advice.
My advice to Bahamians, just stay out of go-fast boats off the coast of Venezuela.
Well, coming up, the Bahamas plays host to a key CARICOM regional meeting. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, that and more in a moment.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this process.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The new KFC fill-up box, serving 6 juicy pieces of chicken, 4 buttery biscuits, crispy fries to share, and 12 premium original recipe KFC nuggets, all packed into one crave-worthy box. So dig in and do whatever the crunch you want with the KFC fill-up box. Only at KFC, it's finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new. Signature, what's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. Ghost pepper wings.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Bahamas, get ready to celebrate 25 years of Rhythm and Power. It's the State Jungle Group 25 years of music concert featuring live performances by KB, Carl McDonald, Dyson Knight, and D-Mac. With music by DJ Rev and DJ Pressure. November 1st, 8 p.m. sharp at the Farm on Marshall Road. Grab your tickets now at BahamasEtickets.com. Call or WhatsApp for tickets 424-6433 or 477-0191. Sponsored by Island Upkeep, J.S. Johnson, Gatorade, Today & Co., The Farm, and Chris Simonet and Associates.
Discover the Bahamian soul at the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas, where color, culture, and bold expression all come alive. Explore our vibrant exhibitions, artist talks, and hands-on workshops. Stroll through our renowned art park or find local treasures and exclusive merch in our gift store. Stop by our intimate satellite space at the Current Echo in Bahamar. We're open Tuesday through Sunday, and on Sundays, admission is free for all Bahamian citizens and residents. The National Art Gallery of the Bahamas, our home for...
Well, you're looking at a shot there of the two bridges connecting Paradise Island with New Providence. The old bridge, built in 1966 by Resorts International. The Sidney Poitier Bridge, built in 1998, sits in the background. That shot courtesy of our esteemed drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Thanks, Kyson. Well, the CARICOM Regional Organization for Standards and Quality promotes efficiency and competitive production in goods and services through the process of standardization and the verification of quality. Fern Carey has more on the opening of its 47th council meeting at the Warwick Hotel on Paradise Island.
Delegations from across the region and the European Union are focusing on ways to strengthen the quality infrastructure across the Caribbean. This as they deliberate in the council meeting for the CARICOM Regional Organization for Standards and Quality, or CROSQ, this week. CROSQ's Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Sharon May Smith-Walker, says strengthening regional quality infrastructure is pivotal for the development of trade and the overall development of the Caribbean.
For this to happen, people have to understand why quality matters. And so we have to have that pillar of quality promotions that help us to sensitize our publics on why it's important to have your goods that are produced, that are consistent with specifications for your market, your international markets, but also for those specifications that are established within your own territory.
These delegates are committed to enhancing quality infrastructure across the region, especially in the midst of emerging global trends.
We need to ensure that there are standards or guidelines to ensure that the application or the use or even the development of AI, is harmonized across the board, so we can bring that same issue of unity into comparability among even the smaller states. So our goal is really to ensure that decisions are made in the issue of standards and quality to facilitate the policies of our respective governments.
The meeting comes as the Bahamas continues its push to develop a quality culture nationwide.
We're moving with our Made in the Bahamas certification program. We launched it last year, so it's a good time for us to highlight all the good things we're doing. We are starting a new strategic agenda at the Bureau, and so is CrossQ. So we're going to deliberate on all of these matters, look at their strategic agenda, ensure that we are aligning ourselves with the regional purposes, the regional framework in the quality infrastructure, and the international markets are also here. ISO is here.
At the end of the meeting, members will make a decision on the issue of standards and quality that will facilitate the policies of respective governments. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, a deadly end to a chase here in the capital, which is now the focus of an intense police investigation. As Inspector Jared Culmer tells us, it all started when a man reportedly crashed into a parking lot of a convenience store on Robinson Road and 3rd Street, The Grove, just before 5 p.m. Sunday.
Officers from the Grove Police Station responded right away and observed a male, appeared to be lifeless, crashed into a vehicle in a parking lot of that said business establishment in this purple Nissan Cube. However, we are at the initial stage of our investigation. The officers from CID already was able to contact the persons from who have the CCTV camera, and like I said, this is an initial investigation, and they will definitely be able to solve this matter.
Meantime, a woman's attempt to end her life early this morning thwarted. Police tell us a male acquaintance contacted them just before 7 a.m. Investigating officers found the victim in the area of Williams Court off Shirley Street with self-inflicted wounds to both forearms. Emergency personnel were called and she was rushed to hospital for treatment and further assessment. The matter's under active investigations.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
With My Freedom 15, I always get the latest. That's a cop.
With My Freedom 15, I never miss the Facebook drama.
With My Freedom 15, I can call my friends on the Alive network at any time. Girl, you calling me again? Yes, and I have 100 free minutes to call the U.S. and Canada, so you know.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
This October, the Bahamar Culinary and Arts Festival returns, October 22nd through 26th. Experience world-class cuisine from top chefs and immerse yourself in extraordinary art and celebrate the culture of the Bahamas. And on Friday, October 24th, global superstar Lenny Kravitz takes the stage for an unforgettable concert. The Bahamar Culinary and Arts Festival. Savor the world, celebrate the Bahamas. Tickets at bahamarfestival.com.
Find your future with certificate courses from the University of the West Indies. Fast and affordable, our courses give you the skills to get hired, promoted, and ahead of the game. Choose project management, supervisory management, law for human resources, business and commercial law, and even technical skills like Canva design, web design, and computer repair and networking. Register now at global.uwi.edu/Bahamas or WhatsApp 456-6687. The University of the West Indies, Global Campus, the Bahamas.
Blessings gonna find me here.
Introducing the Focus. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Diet-friendly special.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Well, youngsters from the National Youth Guard among those stepping to the front lines of protecting the nation. Fern Carey tells us more in this next report.
National Youth Guard cadets enhancing the ranks of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. They are among over 100 new Marines who officially joined the Defense Force following a passing out ceremony at the Defense Force Coral Harbor Base after completing 20 weeks of rigorous training. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis touted the success of the Youth Guard program. He said that apart from training young people in job readiness skills, it has paved the way for hundreds of cadets to serve in the country's security forces.
Minister Wayne Monroe adeptly incorporated the Guard into the Ministry of National Security so that their deployment can be coordinated with our security forces as needed. For those former Youth Guard cadets who stand here now, you answered our call not once but twice. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing that service can change individual lives even as it changes and strengthens our nation.
Defense Force Commodore Floyd Moxey says a recruitment exercise is taking place across the country with a new intake of recruits scheduled for January of 2026.
We went to Abaco a few weeks ago. We are going to islands in the southern Bahamas. We are going to Andros. We are going to Eleuthera. And we are going to try and recruit the people so that we can continue to build this Royal Bahamas Defense Force.
He noted that more manpower resources are needed to strengthen the Defense Force's capacity to safeguard our nation's borders.
We talk about decentralization, and for decentralization, with the small boat station that's going to be co-located with the maritime surveillance system, we really need to get the Royal Bahamas Defense Force up to about 4,000 to 5,000 persons so that we can effectively accomplish our mandate, which is to protect, to patrol the sovereignty of this country.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, no Monday blues over here. Not if Royce and Marlena have anything to do with this. We're going to check in with them right now for a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
Good night, Makushla. You know, there are officially 11 days until we get things get a little spooky, and 66 days until Christmas, so it's a good time to start watching Home Alone 1 and 2.
Oh, yes. Oh,
right?
yes. Yeah, we don't talk about the other ones.
We don't talk about the others.
But before we get there, we have Corel Pinder joining us tonight with her latest book, Hello Joy, so we can't wait to hear from her.
She's a creative powerhouse and talks about unlocking emotional health, so we're looking forward to that.
Oh, what a cool name. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report continues after this.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations, excluding the airport and food truck.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean, removing up to 100% of deposits, restoring your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first by Valvoline, distributed by Battery and Tire Specialists.
A digital wave is making its mark across the Bahamas. From Grand Bahama to Anagua, Bahamians are embracing smarter ways to pay. The Pay Fast, Live Digital campaign, launched by the Central Bank of the Bahamas and the Clearing Banks Association, is bringing safe, fast, and convenient payment solutions to every island, from online banking to mobile wallets.
We had an incredible turnout, so it gave us an opportunity to
have a conversation that they can also be a part of and appreciate.
Remember, people over 60 and around 60, the fear that you talk about, we understand, and we have persons to be able to assist with that.
I learned that digital banking is going to be one of the biggest ways that us as Bahamian kids will benefit in the future.
It has to start somewhere, and this is a good start.
We're empowering communities, one town hall at a time. For families, for businesses, for you. Let's live digital.
But I'm giving you 1 month to find a job, or you can find one of your little friends that's gonna let you sleep on their couch for free.
Can I help you?
I'm just trying to talk to a young lady right here.
I need for you to leave my shop right now.
I'm gone.
It's hard for a woman to call out the man and her son. I just need some prayer support.
I'm just trying to see about a job, right? I ain't heard about nothing. What, you a salesman for this company?
I'm the president. That's for more. I want to introduce you to a small group of men that mean the world to me. We grow together, we eat together. It's one of the most important things I've ever done in my life.
God has forgiven me so much. Who was I to refuse to forgive?
Okay, Jesus, I give it to you.
Isaiah, welcome to the forge.
Now that is good. Miss Claire, I need you to come by here more often. Mm-hmm. Keisha needs you.
All work and no play.
Do you want to be rich?
Made Stella a big success.
Or do you want to wallow in regret?
But everyone knew she needed a vacation.
We're going to Jamaica. What?
I want you to try to have some fun with me.
Good morning.
I would like to dance with you.
You can't be serious.
If he looks that good with his clothes on.
If I weren't in my right mind, I swear you were trying to hit on me.
Are you paying attention?
I hear you're a cradle robber. Yeah. How could you stoop so low? I want to know how low did you go?
20th Century Fox presents Angela Bassett.
How much sense do we make?
Tay Diggs.
You should know that anything that's good probably never makes sense.
And Whoopi Goldberg.
What's wrong with you liking this young man?
How Stella got her groove back.
What can this mean?
The killer is trying to cover their tracks.
Mr. Boniface was attacked last night.
Tell me she's not dead.
You'll need my assistance.
Why is that?
In case of clues of a biblical nature.
A false witness shall not be unpunished.
I'll get you for this, Judith Bunyan.
There's a body.
With him dead and me with the money.
You'd be the main suspect. I think we can rule out natural causes.
So, do you recognize this?
Where the blazes did you find that?
The police have enough evidence to convict you twice over.
But why, when he was thrown out of the window, are the 3 tools of death? Rope, knife, no.
You absolve sins, I collect debts. That's what I do, mate. Mr. Royce, I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder.
At the Tropics, and it is brought to you by the Disaster Risk Management Authority. And in the tropics, we continue to monitor a very strong tropical wave in the eastern Caribbean Sea, and it's moving towards the west quite rapidly, but we expect it to slow down a bit. And this wave could become the next tropical depression, possibly even a tropical storm within the next day or two as it makes that trek towards the west. But there are a couple scenarios among those computer models. They're not all in agreement. We have a batch of those models which is turning it towards the north as we head into the weekend, and should that happen, it will bring it very close to the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands over the weekend. And the other set of models are keeping it on a westward track. But irregardless of the westward or northward turn, residents in the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands will certainly experience an elevation in showers and gusty winds as we head into the weekends, and hence they should continue to monitor this system very closely over the next several days. Now, elsewhere throughout the tropical Atlantic, tropical cyclone development is not expected over the next 7 days. Kushla?
Well, thanks, Basil, and that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300. A comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
This round is a 3-city mission. We're here tonight in Ottawa. Tomorrow we go to Halifax, next day to Calgary. It's important for us to canvass all of the major cities in Canada. Of course, we've already done Toronto and Montreal, but the reality is now we have 45 flights a week this winter. We have added Air Canada and Porter's flights out of Ottawa and Halifax, non-stop to Nassau, and people should know that. So we are embracing and building upon what we've done for many, many decades. And this love between the Bahamas and Canada, we expect to continue to grow.
For us, this 3-city Canadian mission this time around was so amazing, so impactful. We started with Ottawa, with a room that was so vibrant and energetic, and travel advisors that wanted to know more about the islands of the Bahamas. And the feedback that we got was just phenomenal. And they're booking their guests to come to the destination. And then we moved across, and we were in Halifax. Again, the vibrancy in the room, the agents, the experiences, the conversations, the information that was shared. And last stop, well, we're here in Calgary. And this is actually the headquarters for WestJet. What I love about this mission is the connectivity. 45 non-stop flights from Canada into the islands of the Bahamas. It opens up new connectivity for Paris, Germany, and also the UK. The energy in the rooms, all of the rooms, were just amazing. We brought our culture, we brought our food, our history, our heritage. We shared information about our lifetime of islands, and they will certainly visit the Bahamas for a lifetime of experiences.
Visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism.
Beautiful things for beautiful people. Activist Candy Gibson is named CIBC's Unsung Hero, a deserving honor. Details are ahead.
And we're still thinking pink. It's October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're taking you to Pink Sunday, so stay close.
Plus, continuing the fight against climate change, Cherry Motors has been launched here in the Bahamas. Electric cars are the way of the future.
And coming up in sports, Gremlins and Wildcats take leads in New Providence Softball Association Championships.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Former St. Anne's School Principal Muriel Inez said, "In life, there are no rewards or punishments. You simply suffer the consequences of your actions." Good evening, I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. Access now.
We're officially on the downside of October, and then there's November. Well, before then, a little spook season.
I was going to say, I was like, we can't
forget.
Not acknowledge
spook season.
I need my costume.
Absolutely, but what's after that?
Christmas. One of my favorite times of the year. You got the food, the festivities, the gatherings, the movies.
The movies.
Yeah.
You got the hams, you got the turkeys, the gifts, the gift giving, which makes it a little bit lighter on your pockets. But when you're light on your pockets, you're full in your heart, of course. And then there's the traffic to deal with, of course. Getting from point A to point B, I feel like you're navigating so many twists and turns. It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Honestly.
But anyway, while you figure that one out, let's dive right into the news. Compassion born from tragedy has defined the life's work of Candy Gibson, founder of Director of Families of All Murder Victims, or FOAM as we call it. That compassion, has now earned her the title of CIBC Caribbean's 2025 Unsung Hero for the Bahamas, a well-deserved honor for the life work she's put in. Selected for her extraordinary leadership and commitment to helping families navigate loss and trauma, Gibson was celebrated during the CIBC's Caribbean Unsung Heroes Recognition Dinner held recently. As a first-place honoree, she received a cash award from the bank in recognition of her outstanding community impact. In response, Candy said being chosen as CIBC Caribbean's Unsung Hero is a deeply humbling honor. Team Access now congratulates Ms. Gibson, wishing her all the best in her future endeavors. Marlena?
Yes, congratulations indeed. Well, responding to the call for more robust vehicles to defend against climate conditions, a new global car dealership has opened its doors to local drivers. Chinese brand Chery now has a location here in the capital with a Bahamian at the helm. Chery is known in China as a smart choice for turbo, hybrid, and electric vehicles. But according to Anthony Robinson, owner of Supreme Auto Sales, Maintenance, and Top Tech, are the signature ingredients to this brand.
We understand there's a lot of changes taking place in the automobile industry. So during that process, we started looking at what we would consider the best partner for the changes that are taking place in the industry. So we were all over the world looking for the best partner, and we landed with Chery. Chery is the leading exporter of passenger vehicles from China for the last 22 years. And the Tiggo 7. We have 6 cameras in this vehicle. 3 in the front, the side, the back, and you can get a panoramic view of what's happening around you.
Industry experts, banks, and prospective customers all converged at the company's University Drive location last week to witness what Robinson is calling an industry first. With over 2 million global sales last year and more than 500,000 being electric vehicles, Chery Automobiles is responding to the demands of many drivers facing adverse road conditions like floods impacting drivers here in the Bahamas, with insurance companies in agreement.
That's one of the things that Chery is really focused on. For instance, we were not able to order any vehicles until we placed an order for all of the parts that are necessary to support the vehicles. Chery is also very confident in their product. They're offering a 7-year warranty on the engine and transmission. We call the drivetrain. That along with 7 years or 125,000 miles. That is something new to this market.
It's a really good product with a 7-year warranty, and I think it'll really be a game changer in our community and our society.
Chery certainly launching with style there. Meanwhile, pink was the color filling the pews yesterday as churches joined in solidarity for Pink Sunday, an initiative which began just last year but has already become a heartfelt symbol of unity and awareness in the fight against breast cancer. The Public Hospitals Authority spearheaded the effort, partnering with the faith community to extend care beyond hospital walls. Alana Major, director of the PHA Foundation, described the church as a rock and said there was no other option.
Our bedrock is based in the church. So we believe starting out with the faith community is the best way to get the message out. And it's also a way to have care extended, not just from us, from a medical standpoint, but care extended from the church and from the community.
Major also highlights the PHA's mammogram movement.
Making sure that we can get the message out to encourage persons not just to be aware of breast cancer, but to make sure for women and for men that they're getting their testing done. Also to promote our mammogram movement. The mammogram movement is our initiative to raise funds, $1 million in fact, for 2 mammogram machines. One for the Princess Margaret Hospital here in Nassau and one for the Rand Hospital in Grand Bahama.
Such a great effort. Still to come, Corel Pinder, author of Hello Joy, is live in studio with us tonight. And of course, our Basil Dean is standing by with the weather report. So don't go anywhere.
Eastern New Providence Primary School District recently hosted its district-wide symposium to celebrate school and student success during the last academic year. The administrators, teachers, and students of Eva Hilton Primary School has dubbed the school the best in the West, earning top academic, athletic, and performing arts awards in the district.
Eva Hilton has a legacy that we must uphold, simply because we come from the Oaksville primary days and we carry the name Eva Hilton herself. Last year we were successful in raising the GPA from 2.0 to all of the students, about 87% of them are now making 2.0 and above, as opposed to the previous year, which was only 82% of them. We have gained lots of awards. In the previous year, we came second in junior junk canoe. We're golf champions. I think it's 5-peat. I guess, unstoppable when it comes to academics because we are still ranking high in the district. We came first in math, language arts, third, and I think it was social studies, second in science. And we're gunning for the top spot in those because, of course, like I said, we have a legacy to uphold.
6th grade student Philip Mortimer shared his accomplishments.
Principal list and top achievers. I am in student Christian movement, drama, and speech, Red Cross, and swimming. I was able to get those accomplishments by studying hard, and my teachers were pushing me.
The symposium was designed to build school pride and officially recognize schools, parents, and community partners for their invaluable assistance. Johnny McIntosh for Ed.
This car sexy, I need to upgrade, eh?
That's easy. Just apply for a cash and go loan. Once approved, you're in the giveaway.
This lane ain't even got no Bluetooth. You want some presents?
Yes.
No. I guess like anybody getting presents this year.
This Christmas, trade up. Get approved for a loan at Cash and Go and enter to win this brand new Kia.
It's time now for your Access Weather Forecast. In the tropics, we continue to monitor a strong tropical wave in the eastern Caribbean Sea. It's moving towards the west, and this could become the next tropical depression, possibly a tropical storm within the next day or two as it makes that westward trek. But now, the computer models are not all in agreement. We have one grouping that is turning it towards the north as it approaches the weekend, and that scenario would bring it very close to the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. The other grouping is keeping it on a westward track, but irregardless of either of these scenarios, the southeast Bahamas will experience an elevation in rain showers and gusty winds as we head into the weekend, as residents in the central and southeastern islands and the Turks and Caicos Islands should continue to monitor the system very, very closely. And our live weather radar showing some pockets of showers, even a couple of isolated thunderstorms over the northwest Bahamas. That's in response to a prefrontal trough, which is approaching the area. And then down in the southeast, near the Turks and Caicos Islands, and again the southeast Bahamas, we have that old frontal boundary, which is also producing some showers in the southeast Bahamas as well. And your boating forecast tonight through Tuesday in the northwestern islands, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, the wave fights at 2 to 4 feet. Tide-wise, you can expect your high tide at 7:59 tonight, with another high tide at 8:21 tomorrow morning. Now for the central and southeastern parts of our country, winds a little stronger. Out of the northeast to east at 12 to 18 knots, the wave height 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. So we're asking small craft to exercise caution in the central and southeastern islands through Tuesday. And then as we head into Wednesday, middle of the week, for the northwest and central islands, those winds starting to back, becoming northeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights unchanged at 2 to 4 feet. High tide on Wednesday, 8:56 in the morning, with a low tide at 3:21 in the afternoon. And for the southeast Bahamas, we see another increase in the winds. Easterly flow, 15 to 20 knots, wave heights 4 to 7 feet over the ocean, so that caution flag is now extended for the southeast Bahamas on Wednesday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
You're all over the town, you're chasing gone. Every crack and crevice you want own. You're all over the place, you're trying to roam. You're living a sweet thing at home. I don't care if you live in life for the key. If you live in town, this thing don't discriminate. I want you to know when come round, don't wear a frown.
And that's going to do it for your international temperature, brought to you by Raw Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Marlena.
Thanks, Basil. Well, author Corel Pender joins us tonight to talk about her book, Hello Joy. Welcome to Access Now.
Thank you. So good to be with you, Marlena.
Well, I know this isn't your first book because I was at the launch of May I Call You Queen in, I think, 2020, and that wasn't even your first book. So can you tell us about some of your other books that you've written?
Yeah, so this is my third book. So the first book I wrote 10 years ago, 2015. It was called The 1 Year Challenge. I took a year off of dating, so it's about that experience. So it's a book a little based on relationships. The second book, May I Call You Queen, was more about how the Lord calls us queen and basically how sometimes we're chasing so many things in life, trying to find fulfillment and purpose. And the third book, which is Hello Joy, is now, you know, the one
ready for consumption. So can you tell us what Hello Joy is about? What are we tackling in this one?
Yeah, so in Hello Joy, it's broken down into 3 sections. Why don't we have joy? Like, why aren't we experiencing joy? Especially as a believer, they say the joy of the Lord is your strength. Yeah. So why don't I have joy? And then what is joy? What actually is joy? Breaking that down. And then the final chapters are on how do I practically walk that out? What does it look like to practically walk out the things that I've been talking about throughout the whole book?
And what inspired you to write Hello Joy now?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm a believer, and I've been a believer since I was a young child, and I would say about 10 years ago, I got a little more serious about my faith. And so you're going to church, you're doing all of those things that they say you're supposed to do in the church.
Following the instructions.
You're doing everything they say, but I still don't have joy. And what I realize is that if you can't be authentic about what you're really going through, it's sort of like spiritual bypassing or emotional bypassing. Saying, yeah, God is good, but no, you're hurting. You're afraid, or you're dealing with something. And unless you're really honest about that, what you're going through, and that's why I think therapy and Jesus are good. Like, you need to emotionally deal with what's going on in your life. And I was going through that journey of going to therapy, doing self-development, understanding my emotional needs, and being able to see that you need to feed your spirit, but you can't neglect your soul.
Right, you can't perform joy, you gotta feel it. So I'm sure there's something more to this, but you've got, I think, inspirational notes, quotes that people, it's almost like a workbook that people can also walk themselves through.
Yes, so in Hello Joy, you're not only going to be able to hear my stories and my experience, so it's relatable and you can kind of connect, but there are also questions at the end of each chapter because you're gonna have to do the deep dive. We've had some people who've read one chapter and they were like, I didn't know it was gonna be this deep. My background is in psychology, so it is a mixture of, you know, that therapy, that psychology side, but also with a faith element. And so you dive really deep with the questions, and also this time I have 2 books. So it's the book, and then there's a 21-day devotional. And so in the book, we talk about how to reprogram your brain and how to hijack your thoughts so that you're thinking more aligned with how the Lord wants you to think based on scripture and Bible. And so basically,
I think that's really refreshing for a lot of people. Meet in the self-help book. So where can people purchase this book?
So there's an event on November 15th at Bahamas Harvest, and that's where we'll be having the book launch. It's amazing, amazing. So if you go to Corel Brazil on Instagram, or if you go to Island Dreams Management on Facebook, that's where we'll have the book first released, and then we'll have it in local bookstores and available on Amazon for anyone that's not based in the Bahamas.
Amazing. Well, Corel Pender, it's been such a joy to have you here, and obviously we can't wait to have you back so soon. All the best with Hello Joy, but for you at home, you know what time it is. It's that time to check in with Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Coming up in sports, Amajal Knowles speaks with the first ever female president of the Bahamas Football Association.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
It's Bahamas
Bahamas' biggest night this November 1st. Join Alliance Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground, performing for the first time. Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing R&B sensation Uncle Sam. Get ready for Deborah Cox. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground. Nassau. Tyrese, Uncle Sam, and Deborah Cox. Advance tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations. Or log on to cashandgobahamas.com. For info, call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116. Be there.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, that's Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports in Access. Now, I'm Charles Fisher, sitting in for the vacationing Amajal Knowles. 2 lopsided wins and 2 teams in the driver's seat at the New Providence Softball Association Championships go to Game 4s this coming Tuesday at the Bankers Blue Hills Field. Gremlin's men just 1 win away from sweeping the Renegades after a 13-3 win and a 3-zip series lead. On the ladies' side, defending champs Sunshine Auto Wildcats clawing their way to a 2-1 series lead with a 14-4 beatdown of Ballers Elite. Both coaches, Anthony Bullard and Shane Albury, knowing this series is far from over.
Well, we got to play just as we play tonight. Everybody in the game together. That's all we need.
This team isn't going away, though.
Oh, no, we can't estimate them. You know what I mean? Because if they waiting on us, come get it.
We have a tremendous group here with us. We have a good mix of some veteran players and a good mix of some young players. And along with that is growing pains as well, as we saw toward the end of the game. But all in all, throughout it, we have a great group of young ladies here, and they do have the fight, the grit. Got to toughen up a little bit, every so often, but the spirits are still up. We're down one. We're down 1 to defending champions, but hey, we're coming back to tie this game up on Tuesday. We're missing a few players, but hey, everybody have to step up to do what they need to do for the team.
Former softball and baseball great laid to rest on Saturday. Hundreds turned out to pay their final respect to sports legend Eddie Ford, whose funeral was held at St. Mary the Virgin Anglican Church. Ford is the only Bahamian to score 100 points in a basketball game. He also played baseball at the semi-pro level. He was an outstanding cricketer, also played softball and golf, and served as a certified international softball and baseball umpire. A Bahamian National Sports Hall of Fame inductee. He was a part of the famous Ford clan who produced some of the country's best athletes, both male and female. May his soul rest in peace. And stay tuned later in the Bahamas tonight as Amajal Knowles sits down with the first ever female president of the Bahamas Football Association. She talks about plans for youth soccer.
We're excited about our FIFA Arena project, which is a collaboration with the Ministry of Education, where we're going to partner with them and FIFA and establish 2 mini pitches. The first one is going to be constructed at Columbus Primary, and the second one is scheduled to start construction in about a week or 2 at Garvin Tynes Primary.
And that's going to be a wrap in sports for Access Now. Much more coming up in the Bahamas tonight.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you can be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and your car say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. Your car up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
You're looking at a shot of the world-famous Ocean Club located on Paradise Island. Welcome back. That shot